Hi, math group number 2, or as sometimes in our class we're the younger group. If you have this math models sheet, then this is your group. As you will see, it's called repeated addition to find the number of objects in an array. We have been doing arrays because we're working on learning multiplication, and this is steps toward multiplication. So let's get started. As you'll see, they give you a demo here. I'm going to get my thing to work. 1, 2, 3. All right, so then there's 1, 2, 3 in each one, as you can see. We know that there's the rows are across like this, and when we look at columns, they go down like this. So there would be a column here. As they show you, columns go down. I know my handwriting isn't the best. You can see it on your papers. Rows go across, columns go down. So in this one here, we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12, right? This is getting us prepared for 3 times 4 equals 12, which is what we have been working on. Now at the bottom when they do columns and there's 4, we see it's 4, 4, 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12, or 3 times 4 equals 12. So if we go to our next page, which you will have as your work, let's look at these together. We see the box, which is over here. It says there are 3 rows up, and then it gives you a box. Then it has this plus this plus this equals this. So we know there are 3 rows. How many are in each row? There are 4 in each row because our rows go across. So we would say there's 3 rows of 4. So if we know there are 3 rows of 4, we know that each one of these is 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is equal to 12. If we look at number 2, and you'll have to excuse me with the clearing of the throat. We all know that's habitual for me. There are 5 rows up, and then they give you a line. Then they have plus, plus, plus equals. Okay. In each row, it's a number, there's 2. So it's 5 rows of 2, or 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We know that our answer is 10, or 5 times 2 equals 10. And I will let you do the last one on your own. When we go to Tuesday, day 2, we see that now they are referring to the columns. It is basically the same thing, except this time we are going down instead of across. So it says there are 2 columns up. Or sorry, 3, there are 3 columns up. In each column, you will see that there are 2 in number 1. So I would say there are 3 columns of 2. And then I would put 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 2, 4, 6. 6 or 3 times 2 equals 6. You will do the second and third one accordingly. On day 3, which is Wednesday, we see that they have given you ones to choose from. All right, if we look at number 1, we see there are 2, 2, 2, and 2. And it says, which would be the best answer, the first one, the second one, or the third one? Well, we know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So we have 4 rows of 2. Which one has 4 2s? We know that the third one doesn't because it's 4 4s. 3 4s, and this would not be 3 rows, nor is there 4 in each box. We know it can't be 3 because we know we already have 4 rows going across. So we know it can't be number 2. So we look at number 1. It says there are 4 2s. How many 2s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that the one we have to pick is number 1. In number 2, they're going by columns. So we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. In each one, there are 3. So we have 5 row or columns of 3s. So we know it wouldn't be number 1 because each box does not have 5. Number 2 looks promising, except there are only 3 3s, and we see that there's already 5. So we look at the third one, and we see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. So we know that the obvious answer to this is number 3. And then you will do number 3 and 4 accordingly. If we look at on Thursday, our math, it says that Nadia went to the city. She saw a building with a lot of windows, and it looked like this. You will write a repeated addition number sentence below to find out how many windows Nadia had. In our Think About section, it says you will find out what Nadia saw. What did they ask us to look for? Buildings? Let's look at our question. It says you will below find out how many windows. So are we going to be looking for buildings? No. Cities? No. So we know there would be number 3, which would be windows, and we would check windows. And each row has how many windows? Well, we know rows go across. So we count across 1, 2, 3, 4. So it wouldn't be 5 or 16. We know it would be the middle answer. So use the space to write the repeated addition. So how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 4. So we would say 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 4 in each one. So we know 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 4 is 20. Or in other words, 5 times 4 equals 20. So Nadia saw how many buildings? Nadia saw windows. She saw 20 windows in the building. Do our answers make sense? Of course they do. So we would check yes. When we turn to Friday's math, we have a different scenario. On Friday's math, we see that we're using 100 squares, 10 bars, and ones. So how many 10s are in 100? We know that there are 10. How many 10s are in 1,000? And explain your thinking. So let's look at our page that they want us to start with. In number 1, we know that each square is worth 100. So it sees that we have 300 squares, and we have 1 10 bar. We know the 10 bar is worth 10, and we don't have any ones. So our answer is 310. We have 1 in the tens place, 3 in the hundreds place, and 0 in the ones. So we would check number 1. If we go to number 2, we say, do we have any hundreds? In number 2, we don't have any hundreds. So we have 10 bars, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 bars, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So we know that each one of these is worth 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, plus 3, 4, 5. So we have 50 plus 5, and 50 plus 5 equals 55. So we would check the last one. And we will do the rest just as we've done with number 1 and 2. And that concludes our group number 2's lesson in math for Monday through Friday, March 23rd through 27th.